Good evening. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Andrea Kiesling. Please be seated. College banners will now be posted and the university mace set in place to signal the beginning of our ceremony. The university community and our graduating students welcome all of our guests to the fall 2006 commencement of the University of New Mexico. It is my pleasure to introduce the acting president of the University of New Mexico, David Harris.
Thank you. Distinguished members of the Platform Party, including our distinguished Board of Regents, members of the UNM faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, graduates of the University of New Mexico, class of fall 2006. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to University Arena this evening. What an exciting place to be, the floor of the pit, a place where most of us only dream of delivering a star performance. Though many of you have been to the pit many times, in times of great joy and occasionally bitter disappointment, none of those events will have more significance in your lives than the accomplishments we celebrate tonight. This is a night in which we honor your performance at UNM. Commencement is the university's highest and most sacred ceremony. It is the one moment fitting to celebrate the accomplishments of your past, while at the same time preparing you for what lies ahead. I would imagine that many of you graduates and your families are thinking right now of your own personal histories, of scenes from the past that have brought you to this place. That moment in your life when you made a commitment to your education, the hard work that you did here at UNM. You may be recalling many sacrifices that you had to make along the way, the balancing act to make time with your family or meet deadlines. For some, the sacrifices that come to mind first are those of other people in your lives, the loved ones who took on extra jobs and responsibilities to make your education possible. For others, the sacrifices that come to mind might be different, like riding a shuttle from the South Lot every morning, or learning how to do your laundry, or not being able to find a table to study at the frontier. All of those experiences and the lessons they taught you are among the most important elements of your education here at the university. However, these lessons pale in comparison to your learning that with dedication, commitment, and old-fashioned hard work, you can set high expectations for yourself and then meet them. Tonight is evidence that you can set seemingly unattainable goals and reach them, that all of you can achieve excellence when you put your mind to it. I hope you found some things that you are very, very good at that can be the foundation for ever greater achievement when you leave this place, and the source of interest that will bring you joy and personal satisfaction, and hopefully a handsome salary throughout your life. I also hope you tried some things that you were not so good at, and that you learned that your life can also be enriched by activities in which you are not the star. I would hate for your futures to be limited by fear of what you may not be able to accomplish, or the inability to move beyond what is comfortable and familiar. Above all, I hope that you not only discovered something you are truly passionate about, whether it be accounting, mathematics, or music, but that you also acquired an interest in lifelong learning. I hope that the degrees that you are about to receive attest not merely to the knowledge you have acquired, but certify instead that each one of you is someone with a passion for learning, ready to thrive in today's global culture, with your UNM education serving as a foundation for the many and great experiences that are awaiting you. You're probably tired of listening to me rehash what it took for you to arrive here today, as you know these things better than I. But I now want to focus on what truly brings us together this evening. Commencement, after all, means beginning. Commencement is about the future, about your futures, but in a larger sense, about the futures of each of us here tonight. That is really what this ceremony is for, and why this particular group of people has assembled tonight. UNM's faculty is in attendance here this evening because your futures are their legacies. They've already done the lectures, the teaching, the grading, the advising, and provided the extracurricular encouragement and support needed to get you to this point. Now they're here because their interest in you and what you are going to do is paramount. They're here because a teacher affects eternity. And this is their chance to get a final glimpse of that promise that you, their students, represent. Your family and friends are here tonight because they too have a vested interest in your futures, wishing you the fulfillment and satisfaction that will now be enhanced by the combination of the education you received at UNM and your unique talents and gifts. The regents of the university are here because they are the trustees of the state's investment in its future through your education. I realize that many of you, both graduates and families, made many financial sacrifices to reach this day. And yet you should know that the citizens of New Mexico, through their taxes, paid for a greater share of your education than you did through ever-rising tuition. Why did the state and its citizens invest so heavily in your education? Because we as a society believe that educated citizens will create a better future for all, and that each generation must help provide for the next. That investment, of course, confers on each of you an obligation to be good citizens, to apply what you have learned and will continue to learn in the service of your community, your state, your nation, and our world. Never has our world been more in need of the conscientious service of people like you. The engagement, energy, and expertise you will bring to bear on a vast array of issues will shape everything from your local neighborhood to the global community of which we are all a part, and will determine, for better or for worse, the kind of future your children will face. And so, graduates of Fall 2006 class of the University of New Mexico, this is a very important moment in your lives. Yet it should also be a time of great joy and anticipation. So go forth, remembering not only the many things you learned in the classroom, but also those valuable and intangible life lessons handed down to you during your time with us. Graduates, we salute you and your accomplishments and look forward with anticipation as you work to fulfill your dreams. It now brings me great honor to introduce our keynote speaker this evening. The Honorable Pamela B. Minsner graduated from Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and then received her Juris Doctor degree from Harvard Law School. Before coming to New Mexico, she practiced law in a private firm in Boston, representing both the Boston Globe and the Boston Red Sox. As I recall, they won one World Series recently. She later moved to New Mexico, where she practiced law in a local firm. Her long, distinguished career in New Mexico includes serving for 11 years as a faculty member at the UNM School of Law. She began her career in public service serving as a judge on the New Mexico Court of Appeals. She was later appointed as chief judge of that court. In 1994, Judge Minsner became the first woman in history to be appointed to the New Mexico Supreme Court. In January of 1999, Justice Minsner was appointed by her colleagues to serve as Chief Justice of the New Mexico Supreme Court, the first woman to hold that post in our history, and she served in that capacity until January 2001. Justice Minsner is married to Richard Minsner, who is here tonight with us on the podium. Dick is also a Harvard Law School graduate and currently serves as a government affairs consultant for the University of New Mexico. He has served as Secretary of the New Mexico Department of Taxation and Revenue and as a longtime member of the New Mexico House of Representatives. Pam and Dick have two sons who also happens to be lawyers. That's 4 lawyers. Carl and Max are their names. Carl, their oldest, served as senior counsel for the Congressional Executive Commission on China and is currently a visiting fellow at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Their youngest son, Max, is a former assistant U.S. attorney and is currently an assistant professor at the Cardozo School of Law. He has published several scholarly works in the fields of law and mathematics. When I first asked Pam to speak this evening, she immediately asked me, "Why would you choose me?" And I quickly responded that I had 3 criteria. First and foremost, and of course this narrowed the list considerably, the speaker needed to be someone that I like. After Governor Richardson addressed the May 2006 graduates, I believed that we needed to balance the ticket by having a noteworthy female speaker, so that was the second criterion. Finally, I believe we needed to have a speaker who is capable of providing inspiration to our graduates. I believe that Pamela's life and accomplishments should serve as an inspiration, not just to those of you graduating, but to us all. So please join me in welcoming the Honorable Justice Pamela Minsner.
Thank you, President Harris, and good evening to all of you. President Harris, Secretary Garcia, Secretary McClure, members of the board, of the faculty, and of the staff, and particularly the graduates who look so beautiful and handsome in front of me, and your family and friends. I very much appreciate the privilege of speaking at this occasion. It is an honor to help welcome each of you to the wider community that you go to serve, as well as to help thank all of those who have made this day possible for you. Those who are part of your particular circle of support will have something personal to say to you. My task must be to try to express in a formal way some of what might be said informally by others. My words can only be general. Their words are the more important. But I am privileged to provide the formal remarks. And I do know, and I will remember, that my most important task is to be brief. I have been told that to convey 3 ideas in a speech is enough. Let me begin then with 3 ideas from graduation speeches by others. A story has been told about Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who, when introduced to speak at a graduation, stood up, approached the podium, faced the audience, and said, "Don't give up. Never give up. Never, ever give up." And then as I heard the story the first time, he sat down. Imagine that. I learned some time ago that the lines he delivered were actually part of a much longer speech and were not delivered at graduation. So much for hearsay. But these lines do convey something worth remembering tonight. You did not give up. You persevered. And in the future, if you are ever tempted to give up, I expect you will remember tonight that you continued onward and you can do it again. I heard another story some time ago, courtesy of the internet, about a graduation speech supposedly given by Kurt Vonnegut, a gifted novelist. He said, "Wear sunscreen. If I could offer you one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it." I don't know if this is a true story, but those lines are also good advice because they convey the importance of taking good care of yourself, preserving the strength of body that you've been given in support of the work that only you can do. I also have read, and this is a true story, that the actor Alan Alda delivered graduation remarks about 25 years ago to a graduating class that included his daughter. In that speech, he told his audience, "Love your work. If you always put your heart into everything that you do, you really cannot lose. Whether you wind up making a lot of money or not, you will have had a wonderful, wonderful time, and no one can take that away from you." These lines may emphasize passion at the expense of balance. And balance, I suspect your family and friends would remind you, as mine remind me, has great value. But in joining love with the word work, these lines have moved me and continue to move me since I found them many years ago in preparation for another speech at a different graduation. So I offer them as well. They suggest that at the core of our work, at the core of our respect and appreciation for the opportunities our work gives us, is love for one another. I offer these stories and lines, apocryphal and or true, because they express in a brief way ideas that seem useful to me. If I fail tonight to find better words, remember those words, and I hope that they will help you and be useful to you. I also offer these stories because they reflect such optimism. In preparing for tonight, I was struck by the optimism that this great institution reflects. There are so many who make it work well, notwithstanding the obstacles and opportunity that size and cost and endlessly evolving scholarship present. My associations with this university are several. I taught at the law school. I took classes within the history department with a view to obtaining a master's degree, and I've been a patient at the Health Sciences Center. In all of these associations, I've been impressed over and over again by the standard of excellence achieved, the standard of excellence attempted for students and for patients. I have come to see this university as a truly great institution. The law school, the College of Arts and Sciences, and the Health Sciences Center being just representative of an extraordinary array of opportunities for learning and community service. In preparing for tonight, I visited the website the University of New Mexico has made available, and I learned of some of the recent achievements and accomplishments of this university, its faculty, staff, and students. The list for 2006, which is not over, ran 28 pages and covered many departments and categories. Some of the accomplishments have been highly publicized, others less so. The list includes many, many illustrations of the rich resource this university is for all of us. I hope it is additional cause for each of you to be excited about, challenged by, and eager to begin the work entrusted to you, as well as truly proud of the institution from which you've earned your degree. If I tried to identify even a few of those illustrations, and I did try, I run the risk of not being sufficiently brief, as well as failing to acknowledge equally significant and important illustrations. So let me just encourage you, and those of you in the wider audience, to take a look at that website. Look for the areas that might mean the most to you, or about which you might know the least, or both. The University of New Mexico's most important achievement, as President Harris has already indicated, and its true greatness lies with you, each and every one of you who is graduating. Its most important legacies will be your contributions, your happiness in your chosen work, and the contributions and happiness of others you are able to influence. We gather tonight to mark your accomplishments and the journey that has brought you here and has resulted in the achievement that you are about to commemorate. I want you to remember that it's as important to honor the progress as it is the final result. Your progress probably hasn't been entirely even or always upward. Errors are hard to avoid. Answers don't seem to come in order or even one at a time, or even in response to questions we are prepared to ask. You may not have accomplished everything that you had hoped to accomplish while you were here. I certainly didn't when I was in college and law school. We must take risks at least occasionally, and risks sometimes lead to something we didn't expect and cause our progress to be uneven. But if you didn't give up, if you learned something when you were less than perfect, and if you can summon the courage to try again, you deserve encouragement for the effort, as well as the achievement your efforts produced. Sometimes, even often, I suspect your journey may have been a private, nearly invisible struggle. Value your struggle, because it was part of the price you paid for the race you've won. Value your efforts as much as you value the achievement of crossing a finish line. Both are truly, truly important. We learn as much, perhaps even more, during the times we miss the mark at which we aimed, as those times when we hear the roar of the crowd and know it was for us. We ought to recognize and praise as well all of those who've come to be with you, all of those who've made this day possible for you. We accomplish very little alone, and this is a day for your family and friends, perhaps for a favorite teacher or a staff member, as well as for you. Their presence demonstrates the significance of your achievements in the lives of those who love you and whom you love. This is a precious chance to thank them. They value your achievements particularly because they know what they cost. They love you not only because of what you've achieved, but because you tried so hard and kept on trying and never gave up. And they believe in your future, perhaps even more than you are able to do at times. For some, the circle of support is primarily family, for others, friends, and for some, a mixture of both. Some circles are small, some are a little larger, and some in this wonderful state actually intersect. Whatever your particular circumstances, your connections to the past, and in the present are important resources for your future. All of your journey to this moment will be of value in the journey that lies ahead. It has been said that all of education is preparation for greater and more diverse connections to others. As we learn another language or two or more, as we learn to write prose or poetry, as we study new technologies, we are improving our capacity to connect with other people. As we study history or science or mathematics, we learn to see things in new ways. As our power to see things in new ways grows, our abilities to connect with others and to be part of a wider community increases. In speaking at his daughter's graduation, Alan Alda made the point more vividly than I am able to do. He said, "It's a complex world. I hope you'll learn to make distinctions. A peach is not its fuzz. A toad is not its warts. A person is not his or her crankiness. If we can make distinctions, we can be tolerant, and we can get to the heart of our problems instead of wrestling endlessly with the gross exteriors. And of course, it is to the heart of our problems that we need to go. In this wonderful audience, there are probably those who will do so by creating new technologies. Others will do so in others' ways, will serve in local or state government, perhaps on a governing board of an educational institution, or in the federal government. Some may build homes and office buildings, roads and bridges, schools and hospitals. Others may work with nonprofit organizations. Most will have an opportunity, either informally or professionally, to teach and counsel and inspire by example. Some of you will follow in the footsteps of your parents and other relatives or friends. Others will blaze new trails. Both, all, are worthy of praise. Whatever you find and choose, wherever you work and live, we hope you will be bold and brave. I think that is what Winston Churchill meant by saying, "Don't ever give up." It may be what Kurt Vonnegut meant by encouraging his audience not to forget the sunscreen. Alan Alda was explicit with his daughter and her classmates, and he added, "When you embark for strange places, don't leave any of yourself safely on shore. Be open to the ideas of others, however different than yours they may seem initially. At some point, your search for knowledge, which is something my mother told me, will go beyond the existing books and written materials, and it will be from others more directly that you learn and you grow and you build. It has been true for me." We expect it will take practice. Aristotle is said to have written that we become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. But those are certainly aspirations that are worth practice. On behalf now of the wider community, let me assure you that we look forward with pleasure to your company. We anticipate that we may be able to help with your journey, and we would like to do so. We anticipate that you in your turn will help others as you can. Few of us will know the full range of our influence, but each of us, each and every one of you in front of me, and all of those of you who sit higher up in the chairs that rise from the steps, are important. Each of us is important, and each of us will be influential in the lives of those who trust us with responsibilities at work and at home. The time to play a particular part, one that only we may play, only that we can play, may come unexpectedly and without warning. But I believe you will be ready if you are ready to do what has been entrusted to you that day. This community has been preparing you to do just that. It has been preparing you to accomplish your individual dreams, but to do so within the context of an ever-widening community. I do wish for you, above all else, a conviction that you have a part to play in the community in which you will live and work. I wish for you as well love for others and the love of others in that community. I also wish for you courage and a sense of humor and work you love, but not to the exclusion of family and friends. And never, never, ever forget the sunscreen, because you must take care of yourself in order to play the part for which you were born. On behalf now of faculty and staff, let me now say formally to the graduates, goodbye on behalf of this community of which you have been the most important part, and welcome to the wider community beyond this one which you go to serve. On behalf of these graduates, let me say to the community of which they have been the most important part, thank you for the opportunities that you've made possible. Thank you for the good and difficult times we've had together. And to all of you, and to myself I say, adelante, always onward, adelante.
We are pleased that we have members of the Board of Regents with us this evening. It is my honor to present Regents Sandra Begay-Campbell, Dawn Chalmers, and Rosalind Wynn. We are also honored to welcome our special guests, Secretary of Higher Education Beverly McClure and Secretary of Education Veronica Garcia. Senior administrators of the university are also with us this evening. It is my honor to present Reed Dazenbrock, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Carolyn Thompson, Interim Vice President for Human Resources, Eliseo Torres, Vice President for Student Affairs, Terry Yates, Vice President for Research and Economic Development, and Jeronimo Dominguez, Vice Provost for Extended University. We also have with us the Dean of Continuing Education, Rita Martinez-Persson. We are also pleased to introduce those who will be presenting our bachelor and master degree candidates today. Virginia Shipman, Professor, College of Education and President of the Faculty Senate. Claudia Isaac, Associate Professor, Architecture and Planning. Roberto Ortega, Alumni Association President. And Amy Wohlert, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies. Commencement celebrates the achievements of our graduates, and we invite one of our outstanding graduates to speak at this time. Matthew Gallegos is graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration and minor in Spanish from the Anderson Schools of Management. He is a native New Mexican and is a graduate of St. Pius X High School. He takes great pride in his heritage and the cultural diversity of the state. As a student leader, Matthew has demonstrated a strong commitment to the UNM community. His campus involvement includes 3 terms as an ASUNM senator. In that capacity, he has served on a variety of university committees, including 2 national searches for provost and director of the Office of Equal Opportunity. His integrity and personal work ethic have been trademarks of his service to others. Matthew believes that the rigorous curriculum of the Anderson Schools of Management is an excellent beginning for his future career and educational goals. One of the most exciting aspects of his undergraduate studies was the opportunity to conduct independent research under Professor Michelle Arthur. After graduation, he will be pursuing a dual degree in public administration and law. Please welcome Matthew Gallegos.
Thank you, Dr. Holder. President Harris, members of the Board of Regents, deans and administrators, distinguished guests, families and friends, most importantly, the fall 2006 graduating class. While most of us have finished our tests and papers, I have one more presentation to give, so please bear with me. I am honored to stand here before you this evening to offer my thoughts on this significant event in our lives. We have all been looking forward to this date for many years, and perhaps our entire lives. Now that it is upon us, we must stop and take a brief moment to reflect on why we chose to pursue a college degree. Was it to please our families, or because we expect better paying jobs, or simply because we thought it was the right thing to do? While all of these are legitimate motivations for us to gather here and celebrate, my hope is that in our reflection, we find a deeper meaning to our choice. I believe each of us has been called to greatness through a vocation or a calling to serve. A vocation goes beyond the realm of simply going to work every day and paying our taxes. It asks us to take our time, talents, and treasure and share them with the world around us. Some of us will be called to medicine, entrepreneurship, law, engineering, and yet others will be called to be parents, mentors, and educators. One of the interesting aspects about our vocation is that each of us will have one that is unique and appropriate to the lives we choose to lead. I consider myself fortunate to have seen vocations at work in my daily life, at home and elsewhere. Through my parents and grandparents, I have seen people who have dedicated their lives to their families. It is in this setting where I came to understand the importance of what a vocation demands. A passion for your work, a resolve to give your best, and the selfless pursuit of your dreams. In my teachers and professors, I have seen a vocation that challenges students to be critical thinkers and look beyond their comfort zone for the answers. As a student employee at the School of Engineering, I have observed the vocation of science bringing innovation into our homes and lives. And yes, I cannot fail to mention that I have also seen vocations at work among many of you in the classroom and in the community. As you can see, the seeds of our vocations have been planted by those around us, and it is up to us to see that they are cultivated. My friends and classmates, if we are truly committed to our calling, we have the ability to transfigure a troubled world. The survival of our society is dependent upon our ability to do not only settle for a job or a career that satisfies our personal desires, but to search for a way that each of us may be a beacon of light. I think the author Sam Keen summarized it best when he wrote, "A society in which a vocation and job are separated for most people gradually creates an economy that is devoid of spirit, one that frequently fills our pocketbooks at the cost of emptying our souls. As college graduates, we have a responsibility to not allow ourselves to fall victim to such an economy of emptiness. In the end, the value of our lives will not be judged on what we had in our wallet, but we'll use our hearts and our minds to change the lives of our neighbors. I have come this evening with a message of hope and renewal through true vocation. As I look out upon you this evening, I cannot help but to sense I am in the presence of such a renewal. I see people who are capable of setting the world on fire with their passion and love for others. So I urge you to go forth and share the fruits of your vocation in your homes, communities, and workplaces. Thank you, and congratulations.
In addition to Matthew Gallegos, we have many members of the class of 2006 whose academic achievements we celebrate. Provost Reed Dazenbrock will now recognize our honors graduates.
Congratulations to our honors graduates. We ask that each honors group rise when called, and please remain standing as we recognize all of you. Some of our graduates won the university's top scholarships. Will UNM's graduating Regents, Presidential, Truman, Goldwater, Ronald McNair, and Research Opportunity Scholars please rise? A number of our students are graduating with honors. I would like each group of these honors graduates to stand as we recognize you. First, we have those students who are graduating cum laude with grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.74. Will magna cum laude graduates with grade points between 3.75 and 3.89 please stand and be recognized? Next, we have our summa cum laude graduates with grade point averages 3.9 and above. Will graduates who are members of Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, Golden Key and Mortarboard, Sigma Tau Delta, and Tau Sigma Delta Honor Societies please rise? Finally, we ask our master's and doctoral candidates graduating with distinction to please stand and be recognized. Each of you standing before us have achieved a level of honor of which we are all exceedingly proud. Again, congratulations.
And now we turn to the main business of our ceremony today, the conferring of degrees upon our graduating students. Dean Amy Woolard will now present the candidates for doctoral degrees and Master of Fine Arts.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Juris Doctor, Doctor of Medicine, Doctor of Pharmacy, and Master of Fine Arts please rise? Provost Dazenbrock, it is my honor to present these candidates who, upon completion of their academic requirements, are recommended by the faculty to the regents for their respective degrees.
I hereby confer upon you your respective degrees with all of the rights, honors, and responsibilities which pertain to these degrees. Congratulations.
As directed by the marshals, will our doctoral candidates and Master of Fine Arts candidates please come forward to be hooded by their faculty mentors and to receive the congratulations of President Harris and members of our Board of Regents. Trent Demas, Juris Doctor, hooded by Dr. Michael Norwood. Kelly Jean Keegan, Juris Doctor, hooded by Dr. Norwood. Olsi Vrapi, Juris Doctor, hooded by Dr. Norwood. Rita Ann Yazzie, Juris Doctor, hooded by Dr. Norwood. Jillian Cowley, Doctor of Philosophy and American Studies, hooded by Dr. Vera Norwood. Simona Foytoyava, Doctor of Philosophy and American Studies, hooded by Dr. Norwood. Beatrice Narcisco, Doctor of Philosophy and Counseling Psychology, hooded by Dr. Virginia Shipman. Ryan W. Davis, Doctor of Philosophy and Chemistry, hooded by Dr. Norwood. Jingmo Jiang, Doctor of Engineering, hooded by Dr. Joseph Checky. Damian Kenyon Bias, Doctor of Philosophy and Education, hooded by Dr. Gloria Napper-Owen. Ethel Gregory, Doctor of Philosophy, Health, Physical Education, and Recreation, hooded by Dr. Gloria Napper-Owen. Karen L. Cooper, Doctor of Philosophy and Biomedical Science, hooded by Dr. Lori Hudson. Rita Elena Cerda, Doctor of Philosophy and Biomedical Sciences, hooded by Dr. Hudson. Young Chen Zwin, Doctor of Philosophy, Optical Science and Engineering, hooded by Dr. Luke Lester. Hong Gong Yu, Doctor of Philosophy and Computer Engineering, hooded by Dr. Marios Patiches. Heidi Hickman Huckabee, Doctor of Philosophy, Language, Literacy, and Sociocultural Studies, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Knoll. Misty Darlene Wall, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Learning and Instructional Technology, hooded by Dr. Patsy Bovary. Barbara J. Portzline, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Learning and Instructional Technology, hooded by Dr. Bovary. Carla M. Forrest, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Learning and Instructional Technologies, hooded by Dr. Mark Salisbury. Soraya Abad Mota, Doctor of Philosophy and Computer Science, hooded by Dr. Jose Palacios. Ruth Meredith, Doctor of Philosophy and Art History, hooded by Dr. Holly Barnett Sanchez. Ayman Karim, Doctor of Philosophy and Chemical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Abia Datai. Aaron J. Clazette, Doctor of Philosophy and Computer Science, hooded by Dr. Christopher Moore. Marie Annette Mondragon Valdez, Doctor of Philosophy and American Studies, hooded by Dr. Gabriel Melendez. Samuel Carr Haworth, Doctor of Philosophy, Educational Thought, and Sociocultural Studies, hooded by Dr. Vera John Steiner. Bethany Akers Muller, Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Linguistics, hooded by Dr. Jill Morford. Elizabeth Arwen Bagwell, Doctor of Philosophy and Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Patricia Crown. Jennifer Laura Mitchell, Doctor of Philosophy and Chemistry, hooded by Dr. John Engen. Kedron Nash, Doctor of Philosophy, Health, Physical Education, and Recreation, hooded by Dr. David Scott. Sagar Dakal, Doctor of Philosophy and Electrical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Majid M. Hyatt. Ogas Demarci, Doctor of Philosophy and Engineering, hooded by Dr. Hyatt. Is that it? Let's give all of our new doctorates a round of applause. Dean Wohlert will now present the candidates for master's degrees.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise? Provost Azenbrock, it is my honor to present these candidates who, upon completion of their academic requirements, are recommended by the faculty to the Regents for their respective degrees.
I hereby confer upon you your respective degrees with all the rights, honors, and responsibilities which pertain to these degrees. Congratulations.
As directed by the marshals, will our master's degree candidates please come forward to be recognized and to receive the congratulations of Provost Azenbrock and members of our Board of Regents.
Audrey Marie Teta.
Andrea Nicole Kiesling.
Frank Lawrence Seiss.
Connie Granado Beam.
Sheila A. Armijo.
Jessica Wiggins.
Sungitha Ellen Dula.
Naga Devopauli.
Panya Meshkin.
Rebecca A. Silva.
Deanne Rody.
Amanda Kane.
Laura R. Lai.
Brianne Lindsay Boltstetter.
Marcus Cleveland.
Janine K. McCann.
Yoko Iwaki.
Angela Catherine Ferris.
Sarah S. Cavender. Chanel M. Wilson Segura.
Chang Sin Chai.
Maria Stein.
Christine Michelle Delabre.
Tammy Jo Martinez.
Ursula Nakai,
Ginny L. Rust.
Felix Jerome Cardenas,
Carlos Tito Martinez.
Robert Anthony Williams,
Enrique Lugardo Montaño.
Jennifer L. Bennett,
Valerie Ann Peters.
Catherine Daniel,
Sarah Bell Milano.
Deon Marie Sandoval,
Jody Detman.
Jacobo D. Baca,
Mary Elizabeth Otero Smith.
Lucia Maclovia Anglada,
Susan Jean Martin.
Jaylyn Trepanier,
Ashley Nicole Crystal Webb.
Erin Jonine Prindle,
Amanda Stephanie Zubiyate.
Saori Hakamata,
Joshua Loman Shannon.
Dallas Morgan,
Hoon Din.
Joseph Michael Miera,
Dinesh Dankula.
Stephen Brock Campbell,
Ankur Tangirala.
Tawana M. Harris Bell,
Sheila Vatz.
Paige Virginia Hamilton, Mary Jane Patke Smith,
Each dean will now present his or her candidates for bachelor's degrees. When all candidates have been presented, Provost Dazenbrock will confer the degrees. I will now introduce the deans of our colleges and schools. Dean Vera Norwood will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Congratulations to you all.
Please be seated. Dean Joseph Checky will present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the School of Engineering.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Science in the School of Engineering please rise? Congratulations.
Dean Viola Flores will present candidates for the bachelor's degree from the College of Education.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Education, Bachelor of Science in Education, and Bachelor of Science in Technology please rise? Congratulations.
Dean Christopher Meade will present candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Fine Arts.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts in Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Fine Arts and Bachelor of Music please rise?
Dean Charles Crespi will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Anderson Schools of Management.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration please rise? Congratulations.
Dean Sandra Furkatich will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Nursing.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Science in Nursing please rise? Congratulations.
Acting Dean Rick Richardson will present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the School of Architecture and Planning.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Architecture, Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Design, and Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Planning and Design please rise? Thank you. Congratulations.
Rosalie Otero, Associate Dean of University College, will present the candidates for the bachelor's degree from University College.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of University Studies and Bachelor of Arts in University College please rise? Congratulations.
Will all candidates for bachelor's and associate degrees please rise?
Provost Dazenbrock, it is my honor to present these candidates who, upon completion of their academic requirements, are recommended by the faculty to the regents for their respective degrees.
I hereby confer upon you your respective degrees with all the rights, honors, and responsibilities which pertain to these degrees. Congratulations.
Please be seated. As directed by the marshals, will our bachelor's and associate degree candidates please come forward to be recognized and to receive the congratulations of President Harris and Provost Dazenbrock.
Daniela Pans Borja.
Ginny A. Johnson.
Anita M. Pacheco.
Denise Lorena del Alguila.
Anthony John Montaño.
Chandra Y. Robinson.
Marcus Andrew Jaramillo.
Andrea M. Herrera.
Eric Anthony Peralt.
Teodoro J. Butler.
Philip John Gallegos.
Vanessa Adelina Aguilar.
Jacob R. Martinez.
Bader Mohammed Altuabia.
Paul L. Madrid.
Walter Mikhail Ferjiksik.
Eugene Robert Volpert.
Matthew J. Gallegos.
Dirk Grimm.
Jill M. So.
Carlene R. Bardwell Shirk.
Crystal Dawn Martin.
Lady Mars C.
Stephanie M. Martin.
Kip Cheng Lo.
Jessica A. Infantino.
Michelle L. Lenz.
Ashley Rose Lowry.
Catherine D. Gates.
Kelly Marie Thurkelson.
Lucas Antonio Vigil.
Kristen Elizabeth Fair.
Melissa Christine Sagert.
Melinda Blair Friel.
Erin Jeanette Kappelman.
Gina Michael.
Ryan Montoya.
Emily Archuleta.
Sambalaulu Gaeli.
Daniel S. Archuleta.
Nicole Alicia Aguilar.
Nadine N. Romero.
Lorraine Chantel Lujan.
Gabrielle Thomas Long.
Christopher J. Villegas.
Nicole Stevens.
Jeremy S. Hamlin.
Heather Ann McCurdy.
Paul A. Sanchez.
Jennifer Susan Elliott.
Vincent Alexander Natali.
Tracy Ann Horsley.
Aaron M. Miles.
Doreen E. Leninger.
Reina Alicia Morales.
Lindsay E. Crabtree.
Melissa Noel Celio.
Christopher James Johnson.
Jacob L. Guerrero.
Frank Davis.
Terriet Wilson.
Jennifer Ziegler.
Juan G. Padilla Garcia.
Stefania Marie Gray.
Ahmed Ademola Raji.
Paul Edward Daniels.
Megan M. Burnett.
Vanessa L. Sanchez.
Kirsten Muncy.
Michael A. Terrazas.
Casey Renee Thomas.
Cheryl Victoria Dixon.
Gregory Aaron Bennett.
Jennifer Danielle Downing.
John Trapper Hill.
Melissa A. Montaño.
Leonardo D. Cruz.
Peter Joseph Crespin.
Rafael N. Trujillo.
Derek D. Huffaker.
Matthew W. Morris.
Stephen Daniel Marianelli.
Tyler White.
Paula A. Griego.
Jessica L. Bowen.
James L. Hallahan.
Vanessa Dan Garcia.
Emily Jocelyn Arzate.
Amber Renee Webb.
Daniel Francis Huberman.
Angela Marie Jimet Martinez.
Roxana L. Farmer.
Kyle Jordan Leyendocker.
Doreen M. Bird.
Tyson J. Leyendocker.
Katrina A. Burke.
Deborah L. Tovar.
Sean D. Ricks.
Keith Garrett Hall.
Kathleen E. Flanagan.
Kan Nu Fan.
Erin Danielle Chevrier Mitchell.
Shandos Ward Robertson III.
Adriana Espino.
Megan Renee Gamlin.
Brenda Jo Rogers.
Jeffrey Edward Ross.
Cameron C. Ferenc.
Julio C. Dominguez.
Velma Begay.
Jason Wade McClelland.
Justin P. Boys.
Justin Pillmore.
Kendall L. Fortson.
Annalisa G. Madrid.
Suzanne Colette Maestas.
Elissa Rose Varney.
Jacob M. Byers.
Cynthia McConnell.
Stacy Allison Mapes.
Sharon L. Dingle.
Sylvia Apodaca Marufi.
Helen Faye Yeomans Roberson.
Sarah Marie Butchram.
Janice Elizabeth Flores.
Monique Antoinette Ortiz.
Jamie L. Zerwick.
Graham Matthew Jones.
Andrea Danielle Quintana.
Suzanne Miriam Mediani.
Angela E. Gonzalez.
Jessica M. Bryant.
Elizabeth Ann Madrid de Baca.
Aletha Joyce Lewis Joyner.
Carolyn Jean Short.
Sarah Lou Cadwell.
Kimberly J. Odell.
Nicholas Allen Lehman.
Lawrence Behil.
Jessica R. Garcia.
Charles Lionel Sherman.
Saja Amite Osmalik.
Gloria Sinajani.
Jennifer Magdalena Martinez.
Melissa Denise Salazar.
Dominic R. Archuleta.
Tommy Harami Iocampose.
Alice C. Harlow.
Jared M. Benavides.
Michelle Louise Hansen.
Victoria Nicole Martinez.
Patricia K. Dvorak.
Carrie M. Francis.
Blythe Gayla Felicia Fogel.
Ida M. Aragon.
Lindsay Megan Ball.
Rosalind Wilson Ebaugh.
Laura Beth Virgin.
Erica Nicole Torres.
Hikari Yamashita.
Kiana Stamps.
Jessica Lynn Gonzalez.
Margaret Marion Prabel.
Velma Maholani Wagatsuma.
Michelle Ann Armijo.
Justin Duane Barber.
Tammy Wright.
Pablo Alfredo Pais.
Valerie I. Madrigal Wisely.
Nick Bello.
Rita T. Conchucaha.
Keenan Getchett Jackson.
Roberto Luis Pino.
Trey Dan Burgess.
Elizabeth R. Fierro.
Stephanie J. Nisley.
Nicole Madrid Harmon.
Jeffrey Lynn Riley.
Joanna Ray Garcia.
Mallory Marie Shelton.
Jennifer Berdian.
Amita Jaureke Carvalho.
Erin Castillo.
Cole David McCamey.
Robert Whalen Jr.
Kenneth R. Bird.
Jessica G. Rodriguez.
Rebecca S. Arguellos.
Maria Soledad Portomarin.
Curtis Michael Pino.
Rihanna D. Gatewood.
Michael Stott Isham.
Alisa Ana Maria Sanchez Miranda.
Jennifer Diane Saunders.
Amy Johanna Tristano.
Kathleen Michelle Amtevet.
Alberta Charlie.
Sierra M. Wilcox Hinmarch.
Melanie V. Goins.
Deborah Elizabeth Lambert.
Polly Padilla Thompson.
Daniel G. Brook.
Nancy Lorraine Hawkes.
Amber M. Garcia.
Amy Joanne Marks.
Valentina L. Padilla.
Charla Christine Valdez.
Isaac Lorenzo Chacon.
Anna Ray Lucero.
Feliz Estrella A. Romero.
Dolores D. Martinez.
Felicia A. Archuleta.
Michaela V. Hohola.
Stephanie Lovato.
Kimberly Dawn Cage.
Rami Elise Ostrovitz.
Joy Lambie.
Brett Michelle Keenan.
Andrew Fannin Lamkin.
Andre Lewis Jackson.
Craig M. Vineyard.
Joshua Ryan Wiley.
Brian Edmund Tellez.
Laura Elizabeth Cole.
Kevin J. Jameson.
Christopher James Chavez.
Kevin N. Austin II.
Sebastian Rakowski Ruiz.
Star Michael Vavrick.
Crystal Reyna Trujillo.
Matthew J. Ports.
Stephanie Maria Valencia.
Irma Lisa Bustamante.
Ashley Marie Adams.
Brian Riley Schmidt.
Brian Matthew Herrera.
Eric Lauren Ulibari.
Valerie C. Martinez.
Brian Kenneth Struve.
Catherine Leanne Vigil.
Kristen Marion Weber.
Lindsay Renee Lucero.
Sheila K. Johnson.
John William Joseph Charles.
Hang Kien Trong.
Purnima Devedi.
William Michael Courtney.
Erica Maria Rijas.
Thomas Frank Reilly.
Danielle Thal.
Keith C. Long.
William Andrew Perez.
Daniel Peter Manzanares.
Nikia W. Gill.
Patricia Gail Lombach.
Alan Noel Harrison.
John Rafael Paez.
Denise M. Tavasi,
Cameron R. Stewart,
Catherine Spendier,
Diana Fernandez,
Kelsey A. Letrovit,
Gihan Kavarutna,
Nicole Maurice Butler,
Mario J. Paz,
Jason Lee Wilson,
William Lawrence Brenneman Jr.,
Philip M. Garcia,
Charles Rayberg,
Matthew Wayne Henderson,
Christopher Michael Pilcher,
Henrietta Antonio,
Ben Tran,
Manit Cindy Torres,
Michael Joseph Shirtliff,
Gabrielle Marie Fernandez,
Kelly Nicole Pagliaro,
Megan Kathleen Cutler,
Linda Jean Sykes Brannon,
Ian Arthur Holmes,
Cheryl Redfield,
Stephanie Lisa Adams,
Sisto Cristobal Encinas,
Tedeza Melinda Madrid,
Mary E. Bourne,
Danielle Grigo,
Melanie K. Lewis,
Isadora Francesca Lopez,
Stephanie A. Girton,
Adrian Miguel Elias Valdez,
Jacob Taylor Tarazoff,
Angela G. Spain,
Adabel Loretta Allen,
Cherie Risley Aragon,
Adam S. Clifton,
Rachel Michelle Thomas,
Rachel Denise Mares,
Nicholas Lee Smith,
Don James,
Christina Ruthin Conchatelli,
Noah A. Bankhurst,
Henrietta Bigay Bubernak,
Jeannie Ann Dunlap,
Louise Maestas,
Heather Ashley Honeycutt,
Emery Arthur,
Christina Francisco,
Nikki Marion Vandiver,
Stacy Ray Danker,
Riley A. Garcia,
Paul Allen Potter,
Janelle Roslyn Salazar,
Crystal Denise Apalaca,
Emily M. Davidson,
Kimberly D. Chase,
Corey James Rutland,
Anne Laverne Johnson,
Lindsay A. Edmond,
Melissa Andrea Lopez,
Megan Elizabeth Anderson,
Jessica Christine Blakely,
Charmaine D. Lopez,
Nicole Corinne Chevrier Mitchell,
Karen Nicole Downey,
Kimberly R. Buckler,
Corey Ann Trosterud,
Joseph Burgess,
Laura Crystal Vega,
Sean D. Winkless Hall,
John Edward Hyatt,
Geneva L. Lee,
Laura M. Cotenbeetle,
Carolyn Antoinette Calvin,
Thomas Shaparsky,
Kateri Ruth Morris,
Jennifer Larissa Mock,
Brenda Lou Hosky,
Francisco Juan Jimenez,
Natalie F. Garza,
Catherine Elizabeth Glarborg,
John C. Salcero,
Erin Lorraine Flesher,
Rita Joe,
Christine M. Pondel,
Andrea Teresa Chavez,
Rivkela Leah Brodsky,
Jonah Carly Garcia,
Brianna Garcia Wicks,
William Brian Atkinson,
Marjorie Rebecca Nadler,
Spencer Franklin Irene,
Anthony M. Gravagna,
Christopher Joseph Epley,
Heather Jean Morsilli,
Yelena Ivanovna Kuripovna,
Cassidy Faye L'Esperance,
Gregory Elliott Luther,
Meredith Jones,
Jesse Paul Jones,
Jamie Marie Shields,
Rebecca Elizabeth Lewitt.
Amber Renee Chambers.
Leah M. Hopkins.
Katrina M. Barnes.
Robert Brian Ramsey.
Jessica Lynn Silva Zekas.
Jennifer Nicole Harris.
Lauren Elizabeth Hunley.
Christopher Chavez.
Amy Marie Ortiz.
Michelle Lynn Tyson.
Amy Stump.
Stella Elizabeth Flores.
Griselda Ramirez.
Nicole Jean Ryan.
Leslie Marie Sublet.
Brandon Major Blas Vigil.
Eric Darren Jung.
Monica Y. Perez.
David Cooper Abrams.
William P. West.
Aaron D. Martinez.
Steve M. Slinky.
David J. Chavez.
Jennifer Marissa Cedebaca.
Stacy L. Burrows.
Joshua Renee Para.
Jennifer Christine Parker.
Susan L. Weiss.
Stephanie R. Romero.
Elizabeth Ann Rind Egelhoff.
Christopher Jean Armijo.
Nicholas G. Archuleta.
Kevin S. McFarland.
Quincy Booker Black.
Matthew Hernandez.
Jai Simone McBride.
Christopher Allen Sanchez Jr.
Ashley K. Wentz.
Christopher Robert Quintana.
Cipriana Joy Gonzalez.
Kenneth Wayne Van Sickle III.
Brian Fair.
Miranda Joe Hernandez.
Sandra Nagel.
Bayan Ann Trowbridge.
Satoshi Shimada.
Sarah Elizabeth Burdett.
Alicia Duran.
Lindsay Ray hold on.
Sherry F. Maldonado.
Tamara Shea Jones.
Toby Michael Vigil.
Crystal M. Collier.
Michael A. Saavedra.
Helen Lee Park.
Vanessa Candace Rollerson.
Brielle Marie Perea.
Gabrielle Marie Russell.
Ashley Renee Hammond.
Kenneth A. Smith.
Laura Ann Landis.
Monica Alt.
Luina Sherry Gonzalez.
Lydia Maria Lopez.
Rochelle Moed.
Les M. Romaine.
Stephanie Anthea Tran.
Israel Invri Hendricks.
Sheena Janine Gonzalez.
Erin Kathian Daniels.
Cassandra Lisa Stilla Moldovan.
Alyssa J. Wolf.
Felipe Ignacio Ardon.
Mariana Molina.
Joseph Rudy Gonzalez.
Amanda Ray Pine.
Stephanie Erin Poulin.
Karina A. Martin.
Katie Beth Guarotny.
Magdalena M. Sharp.
Jason C. Bird.
Philip David Anderson.
Aaron M. Miera.
Brandon K. Stam.
Camille Rose Plumba.
Nicole M. Payton.
Maureen Erin Lyons.
Francisco J. Martinez.
Alba Nithia Villegas.
Jerson Pedroso.
Leanna Oakley.
Terrence Raymond Snyder Jr.
Sarah Trista McIntyre.
Angelica Alaina Martinez.
Christina Lynn Crawford.
Crystal Ann Wood.
Gretchen Elizabeth Boone.
Kalisha Weidemann.
Desiree Albarella.
Rachel Reynolds.
Ada Marie Garcia.
Emily Madsen.
Jonathan D. Lewis.
Catherine Nicole Enright.
Bianca Janina Schlecht.
Lavinia R. Sam.
Christina L. Jones.
Mark Gilbert Gonzalez.
Sarah Catherine Spofford.
Philip A. Romero.
Adam Lee Zamora.
Zachary Alexander Westbrook.
Amanda Sue Jasper.
Thomas Adam Francis.
Matthew Andrew Willis.
Dana Zubari.
Tiffany T. Morris.
Rachel A. Storr.
Daniel G. Parker.
Alyssa A. Skrepsinski.
Ryan A. Rose.
Crystal Marie Smiley.
Elliot M. Gaol.
Marin Eversole.
Kyle S. Brodowski.
Justin Balderrama.
Ruben Brendel Gallegos.
Brandy L. Proctor.
Lana Samir Rehani.
Alejandra M. Taipe Miranda.
Catherine Garza.
Seth George Wilson.
Verity Strofield.
Kimberly Sue Natawa.
Scott Christopher Dyer.
Estella Christine Montoya.
James H. Stotts.
Catherine B. Fitter.
Christopher Angelino Aquino.
Stephen Shane Wallen.
Alfonso Belmonte.
Christine N. Lente.
Victoria F. Rivera.
Sarah Ling Martin.
Malcolm Edzenafin Alonso.
Michelle N. Trujillo.
Christopher Welter.
Karen R. Herrera.
Teresa Cannon Hyde.
Kristen Ray Dickey.
Margot Victoria Dimas.
Uchenna Emmanuel Romain.
Cassandra A. Costley.
Jonathan M. Gutierrez.
Justin Rafael Garcia.
Kyan Lynch.
Lauren Rachel Hamilton.
Christy Michelle Buttiger.
Irene Marie Quintano Trevis.
Lee Kien T. Do.
Jonathan Alvarez Lane.
Elizabeth Caldwell.
Ashley Cordnoy.
Samantha Rose Shayowitz.
Neil Strother Wenderoth.
Lindsay Brooke Fagrilius.
Leslie C. Wenderoth.
Travis Flynn.
Natalie N. Trevor.
Michael J. Piper.
Nathaniel R. Hops.
Nathaniel Eric Price.
Orlando G. Sanchez.
Jennifer L. Gordon.
David D. Oxrider.
Amalia L. Lucero.
Tristan L. Schumacher.
Vincent Saracino.
Danielle M. Tedestro.
Pamela F. Walker.
David Michael Chavez.
Roselia Shirley Sells.
Camille J. McLaren.
Jennifer Blythe Seacrest.
Yuko Ruiz de la Torre.
Adam Scott Foster.
Idalia M. Chudatena.
Julie Ann Berkey.
Enrico Sabalo Alexis.
Aubrey Reimer. Nicole Marie Giro.
Now, there is one more important part of our ceremony. If the entire class of 2006 will please rise. Graduates, as the final rite of commencement, please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboards as a symbolic gesture. You are now alumni of the University of New Mexico. Please be seated. Regent Rosalind Wynn will now extend congratulatory remarks to the graduating class.
Good evening, new UNM graduates. Good evening, family, friends, UNM administrators, faculty, staff, and regents. My name is Rosalind Wynn, and it is a huge privilege for me today to represent my fellow regents of the University of New Mexico Board of Regents. Originally, I'm from Tucumcari, New Mexico, a really small town that only fits half in this pit. But I've been here at UNM since I came as an undergraduate after high school. Currently, I'm doing a dual degree in law and a master's in business administration, and I'm counting down the days until next May to sit where you guys are all at. For the past 2 years, I have had the great honor to be appointed by the governor to serve as a UNM regent and to serve you all by representing and providing the student perspective on the board. Graduates, we are all very proud of you. You have worked long and hard to arrive at this moment. And tonight marks a date where you have all fulfilled a huge goal of honor and accomplishment. From this enormous crowd in the pit, it is certainly clear that your loved ones will always be by your side to support your achievements. So let's give them all a hand. As you walk out of this arena today, you are all Lobos with a degree from the University of New Mexico. And as you walk out of this arena today, no matter what direction you take, we know that you will represent the University of New Mexico well. If you're staying in New Mexico, we look forward to your talents and energies enriching our state. And if at this time your plans take you out of New Mexico, we hope that your time away will be productive, but that when the time is right, you will come back and make this your permanent home. We hope, as alumni, that you will look for opportunities to recommend your university to others and that you will come back to campus often. On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and regents, I pledge to you that we will continue to make your alma mater better and better, one that you can always be proud of. Congratulations to you all on the decisions you've chosen, the long hours you've studied, and the personal sacrifices you've made to achieve a very honorable degree of education in your respective fields, which we are here tonight to celebrate. We are all extremely proud of you and wish you the very best in your future and careers, and hope that you will continue to find great success. Again, congratulations to the class of 2006.
Each of our graduates and all of us in the university community know that there are some people here this evening who have played a vital role in the support and encouragement of our graduates during their academic careers. We'd first like to recognize them, and first we'd like to recognize the faculty of the University of New Mexico who have worked so hard with this group of students. Will the faculty please rise? Next, will the parents of members of our graduating class please rise? Will those who are husbands, wives, partners, or children please stand? And finally, will the grandparents, grandchildren, uncles, aunts, sisters, brothers, and all others who have a special relationship please rise? All of you are much more than guests here today, for you have been active participants in the events leading to this moment. Without your help, your patience, your encouragement, your willingness to sacrifice, many of our graduates might not be here, and we salute you. I would like to take a minute to thank the University Secretary, Vivian Valencia, and her staff, and all of our marshals for organizing this ceremony, and tell you that President and Mrs. Harris invite everyone here to attend a reception in honor of our graduates on the main concourse of the arena immediately following the ceremony. Now, if you would please rise and join Andrea Kiesling in the singing of the Alma Mater. The words are printed on the inside front cover of the commencement program.
New Mexico, we sing to honor thee. This golden haze of college days will live in memory. This praise we sing will ever ring with truth and loyalty. New Mexico, your fame we know will last eternally. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Now comes the long speech. Now, we ask that everyone please remain in their seats while the platform party and our graduates depart from the arena. The recessional music will be performed by Los Reyes de Albuquerque.